September 9, 2008 was a bright autumn day in Scottsdale. Marge Kavanaugh was just getting ready to head out of her home on East Bonnie Rose Avenue to do some yard work when the phone rang.
They said this was a 9/11 alert, and they stayed inside, that there was a bee infestation, I believe they said, in your neighborhood, and we'd like to have you stay inside till you got further notice it was okay to come out. So I changed my plans of working in the yard that day in a hurry.
Marge's home was one of approximately 400 called that day through the Community Emergency Notification System, or CENS. CENS is a type of reverse 911 that enables local police and fire departments in the valley to quickly warn residents when their lives or homes are in danger. The system can make up to 1,000 calls per minute. If the line is busy or if there's no answer, the system calls back 3 times. If it reaches voicemail or an answering machine, it leaves a recorded message.
And I think it's a great thing to do because, well, like I said, I'm 83 and I need to know those things because I'm of my age and to be alert for things like that.
In the Scottsdale bee attack, 4 people were stung, including 2 firefighters, by an aggressive swarm of bees that had built their 200-pound hive in a pine tree just down the block from Marge's home. When the hive was finally removed by bee experts, residents received a follow-up call through CENS letting them know the situation was resolved. CENS can also be used to find missing or endangered children or elderly and warn of major floods, fires, hazardous material spills, or police incidents such as hostage situations.
The CENS system is a very important tool to the Mesa Police Department. It gives us the ability to contact a large number of people in a given area in a very, very short period of time for various emergency situations.
CENS and the region's 911 system are under the oversight of the Maricopa Association of Governments, which brought 911 to the Valley in 1985 and manages it through the 911 Oversight Team. The team is made up of fire department and police administrators. By agreement, CENS is operated by the Phoenix Fire Department, which serves as the contract agent for the 911 system. CENS was established in the Maricopa region as the result of a lawsuit filed by the Arizona Department of Environmental Quality against a private business for environmental issues. A portion of the resulting judgment was designated to implement a system to notify residents during times of emergency. That funding paid for 3 years of operating costs, after which the state 911 fund picked up the tab for 1 additional year. Law enforcement and emergency officials consider CENS a valuable asset for public safety and hope that a permanent funding solution can be found.
We have a tool right now for communicating with the community that's really quick. Losing that tool basically eliminates our speed, our consistency, our ability to get a message out to somebody during an emergency.
Well, if that funding were to go away and CENS would go away, it would essentially be the police department taking a step backwards.
Relying on the 911 database, CENS uses a special technology to draw a line around a specific area on a map, then launches the message in English and Spanish to only the telephone numbers in that area.
Yeah, all of our messages that go out are both in English and Spanish. Just a lot of times we don't know who's on the other end of that phone.
Cell phones and wireless phones are not part of the 911 database, but the technology has been created that will soon enable residents to register their cell phones. If you do receive a call from CENS, your caller ID will likely display Reverse 911 Call. Since the outbound call platform is located in Mesa, Arizona, the caller ID will show a 480 area code. Without CENS, during an emergency evacuation, safety and law enforcement officials must go door to door, a time-consuming process.
For that police officer or that firefighter to cover, let's say, a block square, it may be 20-30 minutes for him to get all the way around that block. Now, sometimes due to the emergency, it's just you just got to knock on the door and tell them, hey, you got to leave, and they go to the next one. Do you need help along the way? But it's very time-consuming.
In the old days, if you will, of police work, if we had a situation, say where there was a gas leak or a missing child or something of that nature, we would have to call in officers from all around the city, from different districts, take them away from other calls so that we could begin going door to door to contact the community, to let those people know of the emergency situation. Again, through using CENS, we can cover that same area with much fewer officers by utilizing the CENS system and calling all of those folks, and then using a smaller amount of officers to actually go door to door where necessary.
Many of the Valley's police and fire departments have utilized the system and regard it as a valuable tool when it comes to the safety of their residents.
The reverse 911 system the Glendale Police Department uses is a valuable tool that we use to provide public safety measures to the citizens of Glendale. If we didn't have this tool in the city of Glendale, at the disposal of the Glendale Police Department, and we had an incident that occurred in the middle of the night, we may not be able to reach everybody that we need to. If they get a phone call in the middle of the night, typically they're going to answer the phone, and if it's a recorded message, then they'll be able to respond back to what our needs are so that we can provide that public safety to the citizens of Glendale.
One particular case that I can think of involved a small child who was supposed to have come home from school and didn't, new to the area. By using the CENS system when he didn't come home, we were able to saturate the area nearby the school and his home and contact approximately 1,000 homes in an extraordinarily short period of time. Now, one of those phone calls that was answered was from a parent of another child from school. It turns out the missing little boy had gone home with him. Of course, the mom didn't think anything of it until she received that phone call, and we were able to, in a really short period of time, get the little boy back home safely.
Because of the speed and efficiency of CENS, residents can act quickly to reduce or eliminate the hazards associated with an emergency. It's critical that we be able to count on our local police and fire departments to contact us quickly when our lives or property are in danger. CENS can do that with just one phone call, a phone call that could, in an extreme situation, save your life.